All right, we're out at the home of Brian and Carol. We did some windows for them a while back, and looking at finishing up 4 windows, doing a set of double French doors, Anderson, and doing a single French door in Carol's office. So they're really happy with their last experience with the windows, and really now just looking to get the entire exterior done and moving on then to some interior stuff. So we're excited to be back out here and doing some more work. Pretty involved, kind of cut up, way above average degree of difficulty job. So this video is going to be important in covering all that we're doing. We'll do a really detailed spec sheet, just so we can all be on the same page, and this video should help accomplish that. So we'll start over here on the right side. We're doing a full tear off. We are doing fascia overlay. We're doing a 1x4 drip edge replacement on all the horizontal runs, the parallel runs to the ground. It's really cool. I haven't seen this very often, but under these the wrap tiles on the fascia, the 90-degree tiles, there's actually drip edge under there. So in this particular case, we won't have to remove those tiles to get our fascia up under there, where most cases where it just wraps directly over the fascia. We have some 1x4 that you can see right here. So we have the 90-degree tiles, a 1x4, and then the fascia. So we can just basically install our fascia right up to that 1x4 drip and not have to remove all these angled tiles. So good news there. We are doing a full fascia overlay. We're doing a reconditioning on the soffit. We're doing a full complete tear off everywhere, and we're using Cedar Mill Select 8 1/4. We're matching the paint colors on the shed, and we'll have those paint colors as part of the paperwork packet. So starting over here, it's going to be kind of hard because there are a lot of angles and a lot of cuts, so you kind of have to stand back to see what we're looking at. All these trapezoid windows here will be wrapped in hardy plank, and we'll reface all the existing trim. There's no rod on this side, minus at the peak here we have a little bit of a split in the fascia, but on the window trim itself, all that will be wrapped in hardy plank. On these gables, there's actually at least three different levels of gable, and those are all going to be the hardy plank. Oh, here we go. That's what I needed. There we go. So all of that is going to be the hardy plank, Cedar Mill Select gable vents. So we have 1, 2, and at least 2 on the other side, and 1 or 2 in the back. All those are going to be treated just like a window. So we'll have head flashing on all those. All of them will be wrapped in a hardy 1x4. The bat boxes, there's 2 or 3 of these left. 2 or 3 owls. Those are all getting torn off and disposed of. All existing guttering is getting torn off and getting disposed of. I gave him Chris McClendon as a referral for new gutters, so we don't have to worry about gutters or putting back gutters. These are original to the home, so they need to go anyways. According to Brian, they're leaking pretty bad, so no point in keeping them. So this is the, and you can see the rot that we have right here, that's right at that roof line. So all of that is going to go away and will become hardy plank. There's a satellite dish that we'll see on the other side too that's going away, but there's no reason. You can see right above that bat box, that whole board is completely rotten up there. So all that needs to go away. Full tear off. There is a foil back board behind this, so we'll keep that on. We'll do our OSB over that, and then Tyvek seam tape flashing, and then do our hardy plank system on top of that. Trim going on first. So that's a good view of the, let's see here. A good view of the right side. We'll go on to the front here. This area under the porch, this is obviously all included. We're going to paint the front porch ceiling. There's 2 other porch ceilings on the back that we're completely leaving alone per Brian. This kind of diagonal pattern is going away. We're just going to flush that out, make it a nice horizontal, really update it and modernize it, and just go with the trim around the octagon, but then just do straight horizontal pattern. Front door will be wrapped in hardy plank. So here's another view of that 1x4, and that, you know, 90% of that 1x4 behind that gutter is going to be rotted anyways, so we're going to change all of that out with hardy plank just as a best solution, so they're not having to fool with it down the road. Again, all soffit, not a whole lot of soffit, but all existing soffit will be painted. There's a little critter area up here, little critter area down here. All that will be addressed when we do the hardy plank siding. The window box will all be done in hardy plank. These big three, probably 10-inch by 10-inch boxes, columns, those are all going to be done in hardy plank. Here you have a better shot of that kind of rake wall there. So all this on the front that we're looking at in this shot here will all be hardy plank, including those columns being wrapped. Again, all gutters going away. We have about 4 corners that have rot. Actually 5, I think. So this is one of those where that will need to be replaced before we do our hardy fascia overlay. A lot of windows in stone, so those don't need to have anything happen to them. This corner is in pretty good shape. So you can see just this wall, we are doing a garage door wrap in hardy plank. This light is going to be changed. So one of 2 things is going to happen with this light. Either Brian is going to buy a new one and we'll put it up for him, or if they haven't chosen what they're going to do, we'll just leave the pigtails and let them install a light at their convenience. Again, this owl's going away. Gable vent gets wrapped just like every other window, and then just a bunch of fascia work. Windows look beautiful. They said they're very happy with the windows. They're sand tone color, smart sun glass, true scene screens, just really look gorgeous. So we're just finishing out the last 4. There's another owl up top there, so he's going away, and then this whole siding area here will be all done with the hardy plank. This little soffit repair right here, so you can see that vent falling down, so we'll patch that up and get that all situated the way it should be before we do the reconditioning. A couple more areas of rot that we'll look at. Let me see if I can get them zoomed in here, zoomed out. This corner here needs some repair work done before we do the fascia. It looks like on the freeze board up top up here, there's some critters chewing, so that'll need to be fixed up. That'll be included as part of the freeze board, and that'll be, you know, all done with hardy plank. This little rake here is all included. That'll be the hardy plank. Just a bunch of fascia back here, basically. Beautiful home, really gorgeous home. Really in the neighborhood of Rita Kosnick. It's in Bluffview. Rita Kosnick and Ross and Rosemary Adams, and there's another job we're doing right up the street. And names, I'm drawing a blank on that name, but okay. So back here, all windows and doors will be wrapped in hardy plank. Fascia overlay, of course, same thing. All this guttering is going away. Now here we get a little bit more detailed. This is included right here in our fascia overlay. This around this outdoor living space, it's a double fascia basically. All of that is going to be overlaid with the hardy material. This little guy here, this little gutter will go away, and we'll face that with hardy. This beam is probably like a 3x12. We're going to wrap that in hardy and then do some flashing on top, paint it all up to match, and it'll look a lot cleaner than it does right now. This bottom beam right here, this of course will be siding up here. This will be hardy plank right here. Now up under here, since that's a kind of a integrated drip edge, we're not going to be able to get up under there, you know, as it looks right here. So we're not going to destruct the roof or disrupt that drip edge, but everything down from that drip edge will be hardy plank. And again, this guy will be encased, this beam will be encased in the hardy plank. Got a nice little living space in here. This siding is all accounted for. So all these doors will be wrapped in the hardy plank 1x4, and all this existing sidewall will be taken care of, windows wrapped, doors wrapped. We're not doing anything with the porch ceiling. Brian's going to do some tongue and groove in here and kind of give it a little rustic look. So we're not doing anything with this porch ceiling or this porch ceiling. These are the 2 doors we're going to be replacing here. And then these 6x, there's 4 of these 6x, we're not doing anything with those. So we're just going to leave those alone. He's going to finish them out in some sort of probably wood material, cedar material, to match the porch ceiling that he's going to do. So that's about it. You get the side view here up top of that smaller gable. This fascia is included in that project, in our project. So this fascia going up along here, the ending right here, that's all going to be done in a fascia overlay as well. And then coming right over to this corner, right over to the gate, right there will be our stop point. So that's pretty much what we're looking at. Again, just very happy with the work and the quality we provided them last time. Looking forward to working with us again, and should be a great project. It's going to be a tremendous difference when it's done. So Brian, Carol, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you for your time this morning, and thanks so much for working with us again. We appreciate it.